Hello everyone. I'd like to share a little bit with you today about the lesson plan that I and my first grade team have been working on, which is a writing project for first graders, and it's actually writing an informational chapter book about animals. The project objectives. First grade students will write informative explanatory text in which they name a topic, supply some facts about the topic, and provide some sense of closure. To research and share their work, students will use the information writing template for animal chapter books, PebbleGo.com, Padlet.com, and Voki.com. Also, the students will focus on using appropriate capitalization and punctuation in sentences. We, as a first grade team, have discovered that this particular standard, where the students need to know and use various text features, including headings, tables of contents, glossaries, electronic menus, and icons, to locate key facts or information in a text, that's been a weakness for our students as they have been listening to us read books. They've been reading their own books. We've been pointing out these features. And we've also had issues with them being able to use and recognize correct capitalization and punctuation. So as a team, we decided to create a project in which they would have to create their own informational text in the hopes that actually going through the exercise of putting this chapter book together, they will better recognize these text features as they need to master this standard for first grade. The essential questions for the project: what is an informational story? How do I write an informational story? How do I write a chapter book? What type of punctuation goes at the end of my sentence? Which words in the sentence get a capital letter? And as you can see here, this incorporates many of the ELA writing and reading standards. So this is a great culminating project, and that's what we're using it for the end of informational writing for our first grade students. Because the project incorporates Web 2.0 tools, it also includes many of the NET standards for students, which is excellent for the technology integration we need to be doing in our classrooms. Some guiding questions to activate background knowledge. I'll ask the students, what animals do you know something about already? How would you describe the animal's habitat? What is one fact you think readers would find interesting about that animal? And this should get the discussion going as we are getting ready to work on our research. Here are a couple of the checklists that the students will be using. The text feature checklist will be especially helpful since this is the weakness and that particular standard. So we're happy to have this to use with the project. These are other forms for the chapter book. This is a snapshot of PebbleGo.com. This is where the students will work in collaborative pairs to work on researching the animal of their choice. This is a picture of my students. We have already started working on this project, and they are in collaborative pairs. These are differentiated by choice, but they're also differentiated by emerging readers paired with higher readers so that they are able to help each other through that reading part of the project. This is Padlet.com. I've put the essential questions for the project on Padlet, but also I've added that this is where the students will share their best project sentences, and as a class we will revise and edit together. So this would be a great way for students to publish before they publish to their Voki, and we can talk about how their sentences are written, and a great way to also get students practicing the revising and editing process. This is a picture of one of the animals on Voki.com. The students can choose their animal. They can actually type in the words, and instead of having to use their voice, this is a non-threatening way, a safe way to put their information out on the internet. And also it will be used to share with parents, other first grade students, and during our transition meetings, we will show this to the upcoming kindergarten students and families to let them know what exciting standards we'll be working on when they come to first grade. And this project can be easily differentiated as we have the emerging reader pairs, acceleration incorporating the Web 2.0 tools. There are additional things that those early finishers can do if they've got other folks that are still working on the project. I discovered during the course of this project it would definitely be helpful to have extra help in the room, whether you have a co-taught classroom or high school helpers, which we have at our school to help with logins and also help to monitor around the room. And I also discovered that because we have a bandwidth issue sharing with the high school across the street, I've flip-flopped my reading and writing time to make sure that we have the better bandwidth available in the morning when we need to do our research. This is a copy of the Writer's Workshop rubric. We use this for all of our writing. I will use it for this project as well. And to wrap up my project presentation, this was a great project originally designed to be accomplished using books, but adding the Web 2.0 tools really enhances the project. It enhances engagement, and it also helps the students focus on an audience, which really helps them to understand why they need to revise and edit and make their final product their very best work, because it will be shared with others outside of the classroom. Thank you very much for your time.